The largest predatory dinosaurs. Hearing the phrase predatory dinosaur, most of us will imagine Tyrannosaurus or one of its closest relatives. After all, it is representatives of theropods were the largest terrestrial predators of the era of dinosaurs. Among herbivorous and underwater creatures at that time, there were also larger species. But today we want to talk about predatory land giants. And in this issue, we will not describe in detail such monsters as Tyrannosaurus, Spinosaurus, or Carcharodontosaurus. On their evolution, there are separate issues on our channel. Today we want to familiarize you with less known, but no less large and bloodthirsty predators of that time. Viewers who want to be the first to know about the release of new videos on our channel, we advise you to subscribe to it. Also, to promote the channel according to the algorithms of the site, we encourage you to actively put the likes of the favorite videos and leave your comments under the video. Judging by the length of the body, the largest of the predatory dinosaurs known to science is considered to be Spinosaurus. Its length is estimated at about 16 meters and its mass at 6 tons. Tyrannosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus could reach a length of 14 meters, but they weighed 10.7 tons respectively. This trio is without a doubt the largest predatory dinosaurs that inhabited our planet. Giganotosaurus, of all the other predatory theropods, the length of more than 13 meters could reach only Giganotosaurus. This monster inhabited the territory of modern Argentina in the period from 97 to 100 million years ago. Its height reached 4 meters, and its weight could exceed 8 tons. The name of this lizard translates as giant southern lizard. The first description of Giganotosaurus was made by Reuben Carolini in 1993, when he discovered the skeleton of a new species, preserved by about 70%. The researcher estimated the length of this specimen to be 12.5 meters. Later, an earlier find, a lower jaw discovered in 1987, was attributed to the same species. It also belonged to Giganotosaurus but made on her skull. Reconstruction showed that this specimen exceeds the size of the one described by Carolini. According to various estimates, the length of the skull of Giganotosaurus was from 160 to 195 centimeters. Epantheus. The existence of this species is still in doubt among many scientists. Epantheria, or Epantheus, is known only from 3 vertebrae found in the late 19th century in the American state of Colorado. At first, scientists thought they belonged to one of the large sauropods. But more than 100 years later, it turned out that in structure they are identical to such a family of predatory theropods as Allosauridae. Proportional reconstruction of the skeleton showed that this specimen had a body length of more than 12 meters. And all known to science remains of allosaurs do not exceed 10 meters. Therefore, some scientists believe that this is a separate species, and others are inclined to the idea that allosaurs could be larger than previously imagined. Saurophaganax. Most of the large predators of the era of dinosaurs lived in the Cretaceous period, but in the Jurassic were their giants. One of them is Saurophaganax. According to some reports, he was up to 13 meters long and up to 4 meters tall. Its mass could reach 4.5 tons. This lizard inhabited the territory of North America about 150–155 million years ago. Like many representatives of the family Allosauridae, at different times, Saurophaganax was allocated to a separate species or attributed to the allosaurs of especially large sizes. Tyrannosaurus Titan. This representative of the family Carcharodontosauridae, which lived in South America at the beginning of the Cretaceous period, is considered its oldest representative. The first finds of bones of this species were made in 2005. On an area of 400 square meters were scattered remains of 2 individuals. According to them, scientists recreated the theropod with a length of 12 meters and a height of up to 5 meters. The mass of Pteranodon, according to researchers' estimates, was 5 tons. Gregory Paul's reconstruction, made in 2010, showed slightly different results. He estimated the length of Tyrannosaurus at 13 meters and a possible mass of 5 to 7 tons. Acrocanthosaurus. This is another relative of Carcharodontosaurus, which lived in what is now the United States about 112–125 million years ago. Acrocanthosaurus was discovered in the 40s of the 20th century and described by scientists in 1950. Because of the presence of vertebral outgrowths, This species was called the tall spiked lizard. For some time, this dinosaur was classified as a Spinosaurid, but according to modern scientists, unlike the Spinosaur, its spines are not the basis for a sail, but support powerful spinal muscles that form a hump on the back. These spines are up to 35 centimeters long and are more massive than those of Spinosaurus. In 1983, a more complete skeleton of this dinosaur was found, and in 1990, well-preserved skull. After studying these findings, scientists concluded that the length of the lizard could be 11 to 12 meters, and the mass more than 4 tons, and according to some estimates, up to 7 tons. There is an opinion that Acrocanthosaurs could live in small packs and attack even the largest sauropods of their time. Erixinatosaurus. In 1999, during the construction of a gas pipeline in the Argentine city of Añela, found fossilized remains of the largest dinosaur from the family Abelisauridae. His bones were scattered over an area of 15 square meters. For this, it was given the name exploding lizard. Scientists who described the find in 2004 thought that this dinosaur could have grown up to 7 to 8 meters in length. But a 2011 study, which was based on the size of the skull found, showed that the length of Erixinatosaurus could exceed 10 meters. True, another group of researchers 2 years later considered that the maximum possible size of this individual is about 8 meters. Dinochirus, or Dinochirus, to attribute this dinosaur to full-fledged predators is quite difficult. The structure of its skull, with a keratinized beak on the end, says that it was adapted to eat plant food. But the stomach of Dinochirus, which lived about 70 million years ago, was found to contain large amounts of fish scales and bones. It was most likely an omnivore. We included it in this ranking rather for its unusual body structure. The name of this dinosaur can be translated as terrible hands. It was the forelimbs that were the first find belonging to this species. In 1965, a joint Polish-Mongolian expedition discovered the forelegs, humerus, and ribs in the Gobi Desert. In addition, the claws of this previously unknown dinosaur impressed the researchers so much that they gave it such an unusual name. Its arms were about 2.5 meters long, and the claws on them almost reached 20 centimeters. Later, other body parts of Dinochirus were found, and the appearance of this giant was reconstructed. Its maximum length is now estimated at 11.512 meters, height at 4.5 meters, and mass at 5 tons. Xenosaurus. Another omnivorous dinosaur with huge claws that lived in Mongolia was discovered in 1948. It also existed at the end of the Cretaceous period, but was not related to Dinochirus. Soviet paleontologist Evgeny Malayev, who first described the find, thought Theropods was a large sea turtle 4.5 meters long. He decided that the claws measuring up to 1 meter were used to gather underwater plants. These huge claws gave the animal its name, which can be translated as /lizard. But after the discovery of other dinosaurs related to Theropods, its appearance was reconsidered. It is now believed that this giant was a theropod 10 to 12 meters long and weighing up to 5 tons. It had a massive pelvic girdle and the longest forelimbs of any theropod. According to various estimates, his arms were from 2.5 to 3.5 meters long. At the moment, science knows a large number of predatory dinosaurs, whose length exceeds 11 to 12 meters. Interestingly, all of them, dwelling in different natural zones around the planet, in the course of evolution, came to approximately the same body structure and way of life. Walking on 2 legs and the presence of powerful jaws made the described species of the dominant predators of the era of the dinosaurs. If you want to learn more about the largest predatory dinosaurs, we advise you to watch separate videos dedicated to these species. Also on our channel, you can find the evolutionary history of other animals from different epochs of the planet's development.